Okay, we're back with some more updates on the coverage for Mask versus Mask. Interesting stuff. We got Audrey Bizarre. I hope I'm saying her name right. She was there. She bought a ticket herself after the stipulation said she couldn't arrive for Mask versus Mask. There was a bit of a controversy right before the match. Some guy, I guess, called out Ludwig Kaiser, who of course is our new El Grande Americana. Apparently he threatened to deport or call ICE on Andre Bizarra, which led to an altercation where Ludwig Kaiser had to get bailed out by Gunther. So very interesting stuff there going on. But it was really cool to see them dancing at the end of their match. Kind of very interesting couples pairing ending. We've seen in wrestling a few years ago, every once in a while they'll bring up these couples matches. We just saw a renaissance with AJ Lee and CM Punk last year. So that was really cool. But going on from our coverage of Clash in Italy, of course, and Mask versus Mask, we've got Monday Night Raw. So let's go into this. All right, again, coming from WWE official website, we've got June 1st results after I watched it on Netflix. We've got, let's see, what do I want to start off with? After being defeated by Roman Reigns in Tribal Combat for the World Heavyweight title, WWE Clash in Paris in Italy, Jacob Fatu returned to Raw to acknowledge the OTC, which is good. He also seemed to have started beef with Jimmy and Jay, so it does seem that he respects his tribal chief, but not his siblings. So there is a bit of animosity still there. We can see after emerging victorious, over Jacob Fatu, Tribal Combat for the World Heavyweight Championship title, WWE Clash in Italy, Roman Reigns returns to Raw to receive an epic Italian welcome in Turin. So really cool stuff there. Of course, we got to see the Oba Femi defeated the Intercontinental Champion Penta, Carmelo Hayes, and Solo Sikoa in a four-way fatal four-way match. So really awesome fight there. It was a little bit confusing, everybody in the ring all at once, but it was a dope fight. And then, of course, we got to see Sol Ruca returning to Raw as our new Women's Intercontinental Champion. Great on her. Loved her outfit, too, her sewn-together outfit, which was sick. Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee defeated Ethan Page and Rusev, which was sick. And then, of course, we got our women's fatal four-way match, which was awesome to see. After Dragon Lee took out Rusev at ringside, WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio blasted Ethan Page with a 619 with a huge tag team victory, and Iko Sky defeated Roxanne Perez, Gulia, I hope I'm saying her name right, and Lash Legend in a four-way fatal match, which means she is now a contender for the Queen of the Ring, as well as Oba Femi being a contender for the King of the Ring. Then, at the end of the night, Seth Rollins taking on Braun Breaker. The match went quite long, an extensive match this week, ending with Seth Rollins defeating Braun Breaker by very smartly after Austin Theory got involved in the match. Seth Rollins was able to take his tag team title belt and wrap it around his waist before Braun Breaker hit him with a spear, essentially knocking himself out. And then, of course, Seth Rollins also built on top of that, escalating momentum by hitting him with a stomp, of course. And during the commotion of the battle, it seemed that Braun Breaker was able to spear the Oracle, Paul Heyman. So some very shocking stuff there as well. And that was how this week's Raw ended. So very shocking stuff, guys. What did you guys think of the coverage for Clash in Italy? and Mask versus Mask. Have you watched Mask versus Mask on Netflix? It's now available. Really awesome that it is. I'm going to go into some movie news real quick in my notes. Toy Story 5 is reportedly will open to projectedly earn $150 million. So that's the biggest opening of the franchise, probably of any film from Pixar, I'm guessing. Top 5 biggest films of the year so far. We've got number 1, Super Mario Galaxy at $131.7 million. We got number 2, Michael at $97.2 million. Number 3, The Mandalorian and Grogu, which is only at $82 million right now. Number 4, Project Hail Mary at $80 million. Number 5, Devil Wears Prada at $276.7 million. Then we've got some whistleblowers from UNLV University talking about physics and how they need to be explored even further. This was recently on a Mystery Wire. So if you guys are following George Knapp on Mystery Wire, you can catch this week's episode. The doctor, I believe his name is Pravica, and he talks about his experience with a relative he had that was deceased. He came to him in a dream. He talks about the United Paranormal Theory, ghosts, werewolves, supernatural occurrences are connected to UFOs. So that's really cool. Pravikna was studying the phenomenon at the university that he came from, which was UNLV. So really cool stuff there going on with the study of physics and more disclosure stuff coming out. They talk about the studying of spirituality in the scientific realm and how it's now become a bigger deal. They recently dropped a trailer for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. Really shocking. It looks like from the storyline of the trailer is that it's going to be taking place in Japan or China against North Korea. Not exactly sure if this one's going to get a lot of people to buy it, depending on, if the storyline isn't really taking place in the U.S. But we'll have to see. Maybe they might go out and buy it. The second trailer for Spider-Man 4 is coming very soon, reportedly. June 1st, this was Tom Holland's birthday. Shout out to Tom Holland. Happy birthday. Not exactly sure why they didn't drop a trailer today, but apparently we're going to be getting more stuff very soon. Marvel plans for Spider-Man to be teaming up with the Defenders, reportedly. This is coming from Daniel RPK and several other sources. And a new Punisher project has already been announced after Punisher One Last Kill hit Disney+. Then we got Bullseye's costume update. So there has been still images, on-set photos released of Bullseye in a comic-accurate costume for Daredevil Born Again Season 3. This is also where we're getting the set photos of Danny Rand, the Iron Fist, returning. I started recently reading my copy of Iron Fist. This is a Trial of the Seven Masters, but I am liking it very much. Very interesting to see. I mentioned the suit, his emblem on his forehead, the bullseye symbol, has a camera in it. And we do know from Daredevil Born Again Season 2 that Mr. Charles, who is played by, trying to remember the name of the actor, Phil, or Stu from the Scary Movies, Matthew Lillard. We know Mr. Charles is working for Miss DeFontaine, So from Thunderbolts. So it'd be kind of cool to see if they put Bullseye on the Thunderbolts team. I'm not sure if they will. And the whole camera in the suit is kind of them tracking him, watching what he's doing. Gave me vibes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and other things. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And Taskmaster. Taskmaster had a camera in her suit as well. A new special is in development with Spidey and the Defenders, like I said. Backrooms is projected to make $118 million worldwide and be the #1 A24 movie. I talked about Clash in Italy already. Real quick, I want to talk about, let's see, Clint Eastwood talks about how he's retiring at 96. So not only did he have a birthday, but he's officially stepping out of the movie business. He said he's done. So good on him, Clint Eastwood. He has done a tremendous lifetime amount of work. So people, I'm sure, are going back through his line of movies and going back and maybe making a top 10 list. I haven't really watched enough stuff to say I know 10 projects of his. I mean, I know Unforgiven. I know Gran Turismo. Those are probably the 2 movies I remember the most of his. I'm sure if I were to think about it, I'd know more. But those are just 2 of my favorites. Let me know down below, what are some of your favorite Clint Eastwood movies? James Gunn released first new image of Lex Luthor in the battle armor suit, which is pretty cool. It also seems that if you guys zoom in on the image, the emblem on the center of the suit looks like it's Argus. So that's a defense government contractor in DC Comics. So Argus is involved in building the Lex Luthor suit. So that's kind of cool. Got to see End of Oak Street dropped a new trailer. This is the J.J. Abrams time travel movie with Ian McGregor, Anne Hathaway. I'm looking forward to it in August. This is going to be like our official launch to summer. Minecraft 2 gets an update. We saw a little sizzle reel from Jack Black, Jason Momoa, and of course Kirsten Dunst. And now it's going to be titled Minecraft Movie Squared. So that's kind of cool. Teasing that there's going to be new animals introduced, like polar bears. Obsession beat Star Wars in the box office. So that's a big story that's going around. Tutors of the Damned is the next project coming out of the Terrifier creator. So Tortures of the Damned sounds cool. I'm not exactly sure what the plot is. They just dropped a little bit of news about it today. We do know there is a 4th Terrifier movie coming. This is the last one. But apparently after Terrifier is over, this is the next project. Another rumor that got spread around with this Spider-Man 4 trailer coming is that Spidey will use gamma webs. So I guess a new type of tech, a new type of way to, I guess, help Bruce get control over the Hulk, which is kind of cool. I mean, this is the similar vibes of the last Spider-Man movie, where Spider-Man No Way Home, he was helping the villains kind of recover from the experiments that made them into who they were, saving Doc Ock, curing Sandman, curing the Lizard and Dr. Otto Octavius. So that was really cool. Electro. And now it seems like he is going to be doing the same with Bruce Banner's Hulk in this movie. He's going to be gilding gamma webs, which I'm guessing are going to be to lessen the effect of Hulk's rage, or maybe fully turn him back into Bruce. So that's kind of cool. And then Star Wars movie update real quick. With Mandalorian Grogu not doing too well, I haven't seen it yet. I do plan on going to see it in the theater. But not a lot of people are too highly anticipated on it. They're much more focused on Backrooms and Obsession, other things coming out. But we do have some news coming out about Starfighter, the new, I believe it's Sean Levy. Yeah, Sean Levy's movie. Ryan Gosling. Sounds like it's going to be great next year for the 50th anniversary of Star Wars. Adult tone, perhaps. A bit darker. Not exactly a childish, television setting like this Mandalorian and Grogu was. So hopefully we are going to be getting a return to form for Star Wars next year. We did hear that there is a trilogy supposedly set to be going down, episode 10, 11, and 12. Not sure if that is going to include Rey or not. We'll have to see. But I wouldn't mind if they did it episode 10, 11, and 12. If they got a good cohesive story, perhaps pick one director for all 3 projects. Maybe not, do a hot potato mixed bag of it all. But we'll have to see, of course. I'm looking forward to reading more books, Star Wars books, definitely, to get into the genre. But let me know down in the comments below what you guys' thoughts are on all this news. Currently going to be getting caught up on a lot of shows, so be sure to stay tuned to the channel for all the updates coming soon. But until then, I want to say have a good one, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye-bye.